That fight last night was insane. The whole card was insane. Hamza Shiraz showed out, and I didn't expect that fight to be as simple. I wouldn't say simple, but wouldn't expect it to be as straightforward as it was. And also the previous fights as well. I mean, like stoppages. I believe there was some knockouts. Even though I don't remember much, like I remember that it was a very good card. I mean, taking place in front of the pyramids and getting down to the main event. I mean, let's just take a look at some stuff that I have written down in my notes that I was looking at last night from the fight against Olexander Usyk and Rico what's his last name? Vaurhoven. Yeah, gotta put some more respect on his name. So, number one, Rico dominated for all 10 rounds. Well, not all 10, but for 10 rounds that he was in there with Usyk. And Usyk did have some moments in that fight. Like, he definitely did. He had some times where he hurt Rico. And to me, it was very strange because Rico had this like awkward style that I've never really seen before. Like his head was kind of down, but he was still kind of like looking up. And his, I believe he was Orthodox. So his left shoulder was kind of like a little low. And the way he was like moving and pumping his arms up and down. So that way, like when you see him coming with an uppercut or coming with a left hook or coming with an overhand left or like a sneaky jab, a stiff jab as well. Like he kept it real, like fundamental, but at the same time, orthodox. But his style was unorthodox. I mean, it was like Usyk couldn't really figure him out at first. Like the first 3 rounds, you could definitely give it to Rico. Some people had it 3-3. Some people had it 4-2. Some people had it even 5-1. Like with Usyk sneaking away with round 5. I'm not so sure about that. But there was definitely some rounds that Usyk took as well. But all in all, Rico like dominated majority of the fight. And it was a chance for history to be made in front of the pyramids. I mean, like to fight in front of the pyramids in Egypt, in Giza, like that's already making history. So to even do that from a kickboxer's point of view, coming into the sport of boxing and almost winning the WBC World Championship against a guy who's like one of the best pound for pound boxers, heavyweight boxers of all time, that would have been insane. Like that would have been crazy. That literally would have been history, like history written. And he gained a lot of people's respect that night. He gained a lot of people's respect. The entrances was great. They're amazing. They were spectacle. Everybody was standing up. Everybody was so like kind, even though like there was like kind of, I'm not gonna lie, they was talking very aggressively, like saying, "Hi, how you doing?" and stuff like that. But you know, I guess that's like just like, to me, that's what seemed like to be the culture of Giza, at least from outsider looking in. Yeah, it was really, really well done. I mean, like I said, history made right there. And number 2, getting down to one of the points that a lot of people made throughout the whole internet of the boxing world. Shout out to the Wade concept and Showbiz. Like I already watched their video, and I understand the stuff that they were saying. And also, what I took note of from that fight was at the end of round 11, I could have sworn that I heard the bell ring signaling the end of the round, but Usyk kept on throwing punches. Now, I'm going to go off with saying this. I don't think that Usyk, I don't see Usyk as like the type of person to like do these dirty tactics when he fights, or try to like steal one or two punches before the round, or no, after the round is over intentionally. I bit my tongue. Dang. Intentionally. I don't think he's the type of guy to do that, but maybe he just got too in the moment of like, you know, when he's like fighting and stuff like that and trying to like make sure he solidifies the round. But I believe he did do that before the round was completely over. No, my bad. He did that when the round was over. And then once the ref saw that, that's when he decided to go ahead and step in and jump in between the two. So I'm like, that's it's kind of odd the way that happened. And again, I'm not sure if it was, I want to say, yeah, when the round ended, because what else are you going to ring the bell for? Like there's a beginning bell, and when they there's either 10 seconds left or 15 seconds left in the round, in the end of the round, any round, they either make the 2 hammer or the 3 hammer, so that way it signals the end of the round, and that definitely wasn't that. It sounds like it signaled the end of the round. So that's like my only thing that I'm really confused about. Was it intentional, or was he just trying to get the most he can before he had to go back to his corner? Now, last but not least, this ref that was had last night, you know, to a point, I am speechless about it, because that ref was terrible all around. Like, it was a bad stoppage, and the round was about to end. I think, my personal opinion, the reason why he did this was because he messed up. He messed up before. So to make up for the mistake that he did before, it just doesn't really make a lot of sense to me. Like, he got knocked, like, they're competing for world championships, first of all. So if he gets knocked down, I've seen Tyson Fury versus Usyk the first time, like, he got battered. Tyson got battered all over the ring, and he didn't stop that. He only gave him a 10 count. But Rico, it's not fair to Rico, because he got 1 10 count after he got knocked down, after he tried to put the pressure on Usyk. But then after that, like, Usyk was putting the pressure back on him, and you know, he was in the midst of, I believe, stopping it, because I don't think he would have either lasted the full round of round 12, the last round. But it's just, at least give him the chance to compete. Like Rico said after the fight, give him the chance to, you know, go out on a shield and like fight, because he wasn't quitting at all. It wasn't like he had his back turned, like he was like signaling anything, like he wanted to get out the fight. But like, he had his guard up, and he was just waiting for an opportunity to respond. And it wasn't too many unanswered punches where he couldn't like get anything off. But you know, I just think that he wasn't given a fair chance to continue. You know, in terms of like boxing in general, everybody sees it as like one of the most corrupt sports out there. And this happening is the exact reason why. I believe so. From the scoring to the judging to the referees. I mean, and then this happens last night. I don't know, man. But yeah, basically to summarize this video, I didn't know much about Rico Vaurhoven, but I mean, listen, he gained a lot of people's respect last night, and he is tough. He's durable, and he showed that like he belongs in there with the best of the best. I believe that he could. I hope to see more of him in the boxing world, like whether he wants to like hop around from kickboxing to, you know, just boxing and compete for like world titles. I do want to see that rematch. Usyk said that he was down for it. Seems like Rico's down for it as well. Turkey wants to see that because he did say that he also wanted to see the full 12 rounds. But, you know, he does have an opponent that he needs to face from Germany. I'm terrible with names. So I did forget his name, but it's on the tip of my tongue. It's just I don't quite remember right now. So I do want to see that fight because I've heard that he's a really good heavyweight, strong, you know, power in his hands, all the good stuff that you find in a heavyweight boxer. But, you know, there's that. And I do think that he'll beat a lot of people. He'll beat a lot of people in heavyweight boxing. Rico will. But anyways, no matter how it goes, let me know what you guys think down in the comments below. And I'll see you on the next one. Peace.